Hello, everyone. Welcome back to episode 16 of our Minnesota Twins rebuild here on Out of the Park Baseball 27. Very exciting episode today. We have a rematch against the Dodgers to avenge our World Series loss from last season. And then we have a plethora of division opponents. We have a four-game set against the Tigers, three against the Royals, and then another three-game set against the Tigers again. So a lot will change in terms of how the division looks. At the moment, we are 30 and 19. We are 11 games above 500. We are slowly, and I mean slowly, getting ahead of the Guardians for the division. 2.5 games up. Currently, we hold the best record in baseball. It's kind of a philosophical question of whether you would rather be 30 and 19 or 31 and 20. I think you'd probably want to be 30 and 19. But yeah, we just have not played as many games as almost everyone else in the league. I don't really know why. So we're not going to have as many off days, I guess, uh, going into the stretch here of the summer. But overall, obviously, really happy with how the season has gone so far as we sit here in the end of May. We have a top three offense in every category except home runs, where we are ninth. And then pitching wise, we're getting there. I know that starter ERA of 8 looks ugly. It used to be like 13, 12. So we're getting there on that. We're still a bottom 5 team defensively. That's mainly due to two players in Cody Clemens at second and Matt Wallner in right. But error wise, we're only 6. So could be worse. Going into today, a couple interesting injury things of note. Owen Miller, who was our backup sort of utility infielder, he's been out for a month with a sprained knee. His recovery time last episode changed from like a week out to unknown. So he could come back tomorrow. He could come back in early June. Who knows? But we'd like to get him back. However, based on how well the bats are hitting, I might send him to AAA. We will see. Off stream, I played through a few series here just to get things moving a little bit. We played a 3-game set against the Cardinals where we won 2 out of 3, including a 1-0 victory where it was the worst like offensive baseball game any of us have ever seen. And then against the Rangers, we lost 2 out of 3. The pitching, especially, was poor. In Game 3, the rubber match, Zebby gave up 6. Thunderbird gave up 3. Overall, not a good time. So I made a couple changes lineup-wise last episode. So in case you did not watch episode 15, just to recap a little bit, Kalen Culpepper is going to be our new leadoff man for two simple reasons. One, he has the contact and the speed combo we like. And two, Walker Jenkins was doing horribly leading off. It's not a huge sample size, but he had 132 at-bats, and he had a sub 300 on base, which fundamentally, as a leadoff man, does not help me. So right now, he's done a little bit better, batting 7th and 8th down there in the batting order. So hopefully that will help him going forward. We're not benching Walker Jenkins. Like, he's 22 years old. We're trying to develop his bat. Defensively, he is killing it in left. 3.4 zone rating, ARMA 1.3. he's not getting benched. So it's all about figuring out where in the lineup we can put him that it won't be disastrous. Um, Secondly, Cody Clemens has been given the starting second base job at least for maybe another few weeks, month or so. We'll see. He did really well, obviously, when Royce Lewis was hurt. Right now, I mean, the bat is playing. Um, he's on pace for double-digit home runs, which is really good. Defensively in second, it's not great. He has 2 errors in 9 games, but his range is really, really good. And he has a .1 zone rating. So we'll see, but not the end of the world. And then at the moment, I'm sticking with Trey Morgan to DH against righties. I made a change against lefties that I'll talk about in a second. However, I think it'd be better for us long term that we give him as many at bats as possible to see if he can be, our future DH going forward. Against lefties, though, a couple changes. Trey Morgan, obviously, to the bench. If I look at his lefty splits really quick, he currently has a 580 OPS and a 256 on base. Enough said there. And so he is out of the lineup. Matt Wallner moves to DH, and Emmanuel Rodriguez takes the place in left and right, excuse me. Pretty small sample, only 19 plate appearances, but he has an 1100 OPS and a 714 slugging. That'll do. Plus, defensively, he's just objectively better than Matt Wallner in right. 2.4 zone rating, positive arm already in only 5 games. So, pretty happy with that. The downside of this configuration is, in a lot of games, we pinch hit for Trey Morgan in the 7th inning on. I don't see myself doing that for Matt Wallner at DH. So our pinch hitting opportunities might lessen a bit, but that's okay. Without further ado, I think we'll get into it. We have Framber Valdez on the mound against Mr. Yamamoto of the Dodgers. No real surprises in this Dodgers team, though I will note, as I have noted many times before, the AI just doesn't know what to do with Dalton rushing, and it makes me sad every time. I think last year, if I check it, last year they were putting him in like first base, left field a little bit. It's not great. But I'm not going to complain. And also, yes, they do indeed have Nick Castellanos, who they signed to a $2.8 million deal and have given him 37 plate appearances. So there is that. All right, let's rock and roll. Get us started, Mr. Culpepper, as we are playing in LA, where we had, okay success in the World Series playing in Los Angeles. We won a game. Oh boy, as Culpepper walks. I am gonna run on Will Smith. Yeah, that decision backfired essentially immediately. What a shame. Oh, what can you do? And Wallner flies out to end the inning. We tried. All right, Fromber. Freddie Freeman is on second for Shohei. Swing and a miss. Down goes the best player in baseball. For those who didn't see the World Series episode last year, he had 55 home runs, 1,000 OPS, 674 slugging, a brisk 7 WAR. That'll play. It is kind of wild to look at this contract and be like, yeah, like he's worth it. Ooh, Andy Pages gets it down. That will not score Freddie Freeman, though. So we have a chance to get out of this. And we do, as Edman swings and misses to get out of the jam. Solo shot from Royce Lewis, his first home run on the year. And yes, you are reading that correctly. He had 27 last season. He is currently on pace for 7. He also only has 1 walk. I don't want to talk about it. It's fine. But we do take the lead here. Adley Rushman gets the infield single. I don't know how. His speed is 30. But I'm not going to complain. No. Walker Jenkins almost had me thinking he'd hit a home run there. Nothing in the second for the Dodgers. Trey Morgan grounds out. Culpepper lines out to left. Luke Keeschel deep to center. Gone. A solo shot for the first baseman. His 6th home run on the season. Very good, sir. And Matt Wallner is hit. Quit hitting my guys. At a certain point, it feels personal. But we're up 2-0. Fromber is doing pretty good. Never mind, I jinxed him. Freddie Freeman's solo shot. Fair play. Royce Lewis with a double, and Cody swings at a ball. Stop me if you've seen that before. Walker Jenkins can't beat out the throw. Leadoff double, and we can't even advance him to third. If that isn't depressing, I don't know what is. All right, clean 5th for Fromber. He's at 88 pitches. I'm inclined to bring him out for the bottom of the 6th as Matt Wallner flies out to right field. Yamamoto is at 76 pitches, so he's on a much better pace. Obviously. Come on, Royce. There we go. Royce Lewis gets it down. He's had a 3-hit day. That'll do. I believe he is now a triple shy of the cycle. Double, home run, and he just had the single. Yeah, so Royce Lewis, a triple, gets him the cycle. That is usually the last one people need. All right, let's get Cantorino warming up. I think ideally, if we can get Pages and Edman, Pages grounds it to short. Culpepper gets him. Very good from the shortstop. And Edman also grounds out to Culpepper. Those are pretty quick outs. I'm going to let him face Will Smith. It's it to Cody Clemens. Throws in time. All right, really good outing from Fromber. 6 innings. They only got the 1 run. I'll take that and like it. Adley Rushman with a lovely leadoff single. I am going to pinch run for him. I don't know why I clicked on Brooks Lee there. We're going to have Emmanuel Rodriguez come into pinch run. And I'm once again going to try to steal on Will Smith, and he's gunned down. You'd think I learned my lesson. Walker Jenkins gets a board off the error. Trey Morgan flies out to right. That doesn't help me. Culpepper, swing and a miss. All right. We got to burn Emmanuel Rodriguez there, unfortunately, but what can you do? All right. Cantorino, since he's probably dropped to warming. All right. Cantorino will come in to face the bottom of the Dodgers order. And Alex Freeland is on second, and Mookie Betts has been walked on 4 pitches. Oh, boy. New plan. Mason Montgomery's going to warm up. Shohei. Shohei, bases loaded, and he struck out. All right, Kyle Tucker, 0-2 count, swing and a miss. Cantorino gets out of the jam that he himself created. Happy with that. Nothing in the 8th. I'm going to change plans here. We're going to go to Justin Tapa. And immediately, 2 runners are aboard. I'm going to go right to Watanabe to get Dalton rushing. 2 on, 2 out. Rushing hits it into center. That's going to score the tying run. Man. Good throw, but late. And Mookie Betts gets it down. Ouch. Well, wow. Okay. So Watanabe cannot face the Dodgers. Just everyone write that down. He just surrendered immediately. 3 hits. Make that 4 as Shohei gets it down. Good Lord. All right, Matt Wallner shakes off the injury. I mean, I'm just going to let Watanabe eat it at this point. Wow. We went into this inning with a 1-run lead, and Watanabe completely destroyed us. Solo shot from Royce Lewis. He's up to 2 on the game. Wow. Oh, boy. That reminds me of Game 6 in our World Series against the Dodgers where Taylor Rogers just imploded. These guys keep giving me Nom flashbacks, and I don't like it. Yeah, Jenkins swinging a miss. I mean, yeah, that was terrible. Like, Tapa walked 2 men on. I bring in Watanabe for a 4-out save. He gives up 4 straight hits. Royce Lewis was really our only offense. He had 4 hits, 2 home runs. But wow. All right, no one claimed Julian Merriweather, so we're going to send him to AAA. I feel a little bit bad for him, but what can you do? All right, Game 2 against the Dodgers. Joe Ryan on the mound against Blake Snell. So it means Trey Morgan to the bench, Matt Wallner's DHing, Rodriguez in right. Let's rock and roll. Nothing in the first for either team. Solo shot Byron Buxton, who is hitting a 246 on base. I don't want to talk about it. And I can't move him. That's annoying because last year, even though there we go. Apologies for that. OBS decided it just did not want to connect. Luke Keishel, avenge us. Oh, buddy. Blake's, he has 6 strikeouts. There have been 8 outs total. In out of 9 outs, he has 7 Ks. Folks, I think we're in trouble. Uh-oh. Dalton Rushing is on second. No disrespect to Taylor Trammell, but if he is getting infield singles against you, there we go. All right, Mookie. Caught by Jenkins. The throw in. Yeah, Rushing doesn't move. All right, Freddie strikes out looking. We're okay. Please, offense. Nope. And now Shohei with the leadoff double. Everyone is just getting the leadoff double and then not scoring, which I don't think is sustainable as Pages hits the slowest bloop single any of us have ever seen. And a wild pitch score Shohei. Fair enough. All right, Dodgers are on the board. Will Smith goes down. Oh, boy. We're okay. I thought that was going way further than it was. Walker can't beat the throw. Come on, Emmanuel. You're supposed to be our lefty crusher. Nope, struck out. To be fair, it is Blake Snell. Like, to be fair. All right. I don't really want to fool around with this. I'm gonna get Festa warming up. Cause I'm tired of Joe Ryan giving off a double every inning and then having to pitch high to work out of it. All right, he gets Trammell and Freeland. Can he get Mookie? Hits it to third. Royce is there. Got him. All right, very good outing from Joe Ryan. Blake Snell is on 86 pitches, so hopefully we can chase him in this inning as Luke Keishel hits a solo shot to right. 365 feet, and Blake Snell is out of the game. They pivot to River Ryan, who immediately strikes out Matt Wallner. Rude. Buxton pops up to center. And Royce Lewis pops up to first. All righty. All right, that's going to be it for Joe Ryan. I accept he's still in the green. However, I can foresee the double to Freddie Freeman, home run to Shohei. So we're just going to bring in Festa and hope for the best. There we go. He strikes out Freddie. Shohei grounds out. That throw looked so low. He walked Kyle Tucker. We were so close to getting out of that clean. Pages hits it up to left. Walker's there. We are okay. I am going to pinch hit for Cody Clemens here. I'm going to give Brooks Lee the bat. And he popped it up. Fair play. Yeah, I think, unfortunately, the injury to Brooks Lee came at a really bad time where he's just a backup at this point. And you could make a good argument that whenever Owen Miller comes back from the IL, he's a better bat than Brooks is. Here's Emmanuel Rodriguez, swing and a miss. Not his series so far. All right, Brooks Lee is going to second. And then I think Keckering is going to get the ninth. I'm going to get Mason Montgomery warming up. If Festa can get me Will Smith and rushing, then Montgomery only needs to get me 4 outs. I think that's my plan A. Will Smith hitting a line drive to center does ruin that plan a little bit. But a double play, no, brother. Rushing walks on 4 pitches. Well, that is it for Festa. We're going to go right to Mason Montgomery. It means he won't be able to pitch the 8th also, which is a shame because we don't have an off day for a bit, and I'd rather not burn my whole bullpen. Freeland strikes out. All right, Mookie. Hits it to short. Culpepper is there in time for the fielder's choice. All right. No insurance runs for us. I'm going to get Keckering warming up. Here we go. Freddie Freeman. Swing and a miss. Shohei. Hops up to right. Montgomery might get me 2 innings. Kyle Tucker struck him out looking. Round of applause. Mason Montgomery. Very good work from him. Byron Buxton with a nice single. All right, relax. And Royce Lewis swinging a miss. Wow, pitch moves Buxton. Do I have him try to steal third against the lefty? Probably not. Let's see what happens this pitch. Grounder to first. The result is the same. All right. All right, Rushman. Hits it deep to left and gone. That'll play 380 feet. Rushman's 5th home run of the season. Really happy for him. And he is playing for a contract extension. I think Eduardo Tait hasn't been doing great in AAA, which kind of complicates things. But like if I could get Rushman for a 2-year extension, I'd be happy. But he wants like 4 or 5 years, and I'm not doing that. All right, it's no longer a safe situation. Does that say Will Smith is playing second? How did I just now clock that? Oh my God, they're playing him. See, the AI just does very silly things. Taylor Trammell with a chance to make it a save situation. Nope, popped up. All right, we take game 2. Very good from pitching staff overall. Festa looked a little shaky, but Montgomery, 2 innings, 4 Ks, didn't allow a hit or a walk. Happy with that. The bottom of our order right now is just painful. Let us advance the day. Off stream, I started fresh scouting reports on a lot of draftees, so those will be coming in. All right, All-Star voting update. Luke Keeschel, second for first base. Matt Wallner is second in right field. No one else on the list. I love that the Tigers extended Tarek Skubal. I really hope it happens in real life. I don't think it will, but I can dream. All right, rubber match. Emmett Shaheen against Pablo Lopez. I think I'm going to make one quick change here. I think I'm going to give Culpepper the day off. Brooks Lee is going to go to short, and I'm going to have him lead off. Let's see if that gets me where I want to be. It did not. At least not this time. Nothing for us in the first, but Freddie Freeman is on the. It's like clockwork. Freddie Freeman is going to be on second. Shohei's going to be up, and it's just whatever happens, happens. As Kyle Tucker grounds out to end the inning. I'm just so jealous of this 1 through 4. Betts, Freeman, Otani, Tucker. Like, come on. At a certain point, and Trey grounds out. And Brooks Lee flies out, or pops up, I should say. I don't think. I mean, there's no real argument for trading Brooks Lee because, like, sure, he has 50 potential, but like he's just doing terribly this year. And he was solid last year. The on base percentage of 312 is low, don't get me wrong, but he had 16 home runs and 23 doubles. So it's that aspect that's disappeared. I will say his current slugging is 242. His expected slugging is 418. So he could just be the most unlucky hitter in baseball right now, which could be true. That'll play Matt Wallner, 2-run shot. Thank you, sir. All right, we're on the board. And Buxton walks. Let's go. Emmett Shaheen is up to 51 pitches in the third. It's about to get worse. Thank you, Royce. That was ambitious from Buxton. Cody Clemens hits it into center. That's down. Buxton scores. Runners at the corners now for Rushman. Swings at the 3-1, but flies out to left. All right, we're on the board. Clean from Pablo. Walker Jenkins gets it down. Let's keep it moving. Dalton Rushing is there. I'm not going to steal yet. Yeah, that would have been a good opportunity to have Walker Jenkins on second because he gets to third there easily. There we go, Brooks Lee. He can hit the baseball. It's possible. I have seen it. Keishel walks. All right, if Matt Wallner hits a grand slam here, I think we just build him the statue. He tries, but he caught at the warning track, definitely deep enough to score Walker Jenkins and move Brooks Lee to third. That's clutch. And Buxton strikes out to end the inning, but we get another run. Pablo is dealing. Emmett Shaheen is still in the game, which is a bold decision. As Royce Lewis flies out to center. There we go. Bobby Miller is now in to face Cody Clemens. And he walked him. I'm going to have him steal. All right, relax. Take the first pitch. All right, on the off chance they would have had a wild pitch there. Oh, okay. I think we've established no matter how fast our guys are, we cannot run on the Dodgers. I think that has been fully established. 2 on, 2 out. Mookie Bet. Swing and a miss. Pablo Lopez is on fire. He can't be stopped. Jenkins hits it 15 feet into the pop up. Gray flies out. What's Trey Morgan's expected? His expecting batting average is actually worse than it is right now. Oh, those are some ugly percentiles. I don't want to talk about it. There we go. Brooks Lee with a 2-hit ball game leading off. I ain't mad at that. Luke Keeschel gets it down. Let's keep it moving. Listen, with what happened in game 1 of this series with Watanabe giving up 4 straight hits, no lead is safe. Like, unless I'm up by 7, I'm going to be worried. Thank you, Matt Wallner, with the RBI single. Luke Keeschel is ambitious, and he gets to third. Man, we're just running on Kyle Tucker every time. Wild pitch, scores the man, 6-0. And strikes out again. At what point do we have a legitimate Byron Buxton problem? Because I think we're kind of getting into that territory. Shohei's on second, and a balk. Oh boy. Jenkins makes the catch. Shohei scores. I can live with that because now Pages is up with empty bases and he flies out. Cool. All right, to the 7th we go. Royce Lewis with a steal. Cody Clemens gets it down in center. Like I said, I need a 7-run lead to feel safe. Sacrifice ground out from Rushman. Oh boy. That is the second time Walker Jenkins has popped it up 15 feet from home plate. Trey Morgan? Nope. Nope. The answer to that was no. I should have pinch hit him for there. Once they brought in the lefty, that's on me. Just saw the World Series on YouTube. That was nuts. It really was. Like, it was a great series. Like, it had walk-off win, extra innings, blown save in the 9th. That was us. And then Shohei had a no-hitter in game 7. Like, come on. Come on. Like, if that happened in real life, it would be one of the greatest performances. Like, he literally had one of the greatest performances in baseball history. And it was against me in game 7 of the World Series. Oh. All right. If we could not hit Taylor Trammell, that'd be great. And Freeland gets it down. This might be it for Pablo. My problem is I have a pretty big series against the Tigers coming up, but I think I'll let him face Mookie, and then that'll be it. And he walked him. All right, that's it for Pablo. He had a really good start, but if any of these runners score, it might get ugly. Thunderberg, Freddie Freeman. Thank you, Matt Waller. All right, we go to the 8th. Let's see if Brooks Lee can have a 3-hit day. He could not. But you know what? With how he's been playing, I'll take 2 hits. Okay, Buxton. There we go. Hits it nice to the gap. RBI double for the center fielder. Royce Lewis gets it down. All right, I think we're officially in safe lead territory. At this point, we're up by 8. I'm going to pinch hit for Cody Clemens. Going to give Culpepper the bat. And he grounded out. Fair play. All right. All right. So Culpepper's going to short. Brooks Lee moves over to second. Thunderbird, just get me the outs. And he does. Look at our boy. And then do I want I think I want Sands, because that means for the Tigers, Tapa, Keckering, Cantonero, Watanabe will be ready. Let's pinch hit for Adley. I need to give Miguel Amaya more at bats. He's only had a little less than a third of the ABs so far. I need that split to be more even. Especially if there's a genuine argument he should be our future catcher. That is, every pop up is getting slightly further away. The first one went like here, 15 feet. Second one went like 40 feet to the pitcher's mound. The third one, he's killing me. All right, let's let Emmanuel Rodriguez hit here against the lefty. Our lefty killer has been getting crushed this series. All right, Miguel Amaya in the catch. Cole Sands for the ninth. Solo shot from Edmund, fair play. Ooh, 2-run shot from Alex. Okay. I'm going to get Watanabe warming up. If Mookie Betts gets aboard. Flies out to left. All right. We should be okay here. All right. Fetty pops up to end the game. Well, got a little scary there at the end. Thanks, Cole. But really good day. Again, the bottom of my lineup is giving me nothing, which is annoying. Yeah, Cole Sands, like, we're getting to that point where I have so many good bullpen arms in AAA, he may need to be moved. Because percentile wise, really the only two things he has going for him is his off speed run value, which is great, but his two off speed pitches are below average and average. And then he's not walking that many guys, which is fine, but his whip is up by 0.14. He's giving up 1.5 home runs per outing. Granted, he just gave up 2, so that kind of skews that number. But like, he's worth 50. We could get something for Cole Sands if we decide to move him. That might be what we do when Bruce Dar gets back from his injury in 2 to 3 weeks. But hey, we took 2 out of 3 from the Dodgers. That'll play. What now, peasants? All right, we move up to the Tigers. They're currently third in the division at about 500. I think because it's a 4-game set and then a 3 against the Royals, 3 against the Tigers. If we can sweep one of the 3s and win this 4-game set, we're pretty good in the division, where it'll just be a race between us and the Guardians. All right, I'm going to play game 1 and then probably game 2 and sim game 3. I see Tarek Skubal staring me in the face and I'm scared. Wow, they're not even playing Trevor Larnach. To be fair, I mean, I knew he would never play over Riley Green or Parker Meadows, but like, Veerling ain't doing nothing. Yeah, and he's pissed. I feel kind of bad. Yeah, we definitely won that trade just by default. All right. I'm gonna give Rushman the day off. We're gonna go Miguel Amaya, and then Gabriel Gonzalez is gonna bat ninth in DH for us here. They have McGonigal playing second. Silliness. Wow, his percentiles are grim. I mean, sure, he's not striking out at all. He's walking a bunch, but man. Hey, listen, if y'all wanna, if you think he's underperforming and want to give him up, ha! That range is laughable. Whatever. I can never play the taggers in out of the park baseball because it just annoys me. I can't do it. I just get mad at a lot of their ratings. You got this, Taj. See, we're okay. All right, Culpepper. Brooks Lee did pretty good leading off last time, so you have to match. To be fair, that's what Brooks did in his first baby too, so I can't really be mad. Nothing in the second for either team, but Dingler and Veerling are aboard for Javi. Swing and a miss. I'll never forget. Clement. Yeah, Cody Clemens at second really is a problem. Colt Keith flies out to right. That will score Dingler. I think it was out of the park 25, I think, where I was playing as the Tigers, full count walk to torque. And Javi Baez had like a 3-month long injury and then retired at the end of the season. And it got me out of the massive contract. And it literally changed the franchise. But I'm glad that Javi's doing better in real life. I think MLB as a whole is a lot more fun when guys like Javi are doing well. All right, Keishel, Wallner aboard. Buxton, please. Like, the annoying thing about Buxton is if we ignore the fact that he's in the 9th percentile for Ks and the 12th percentile for walks, hitting wise, he's doing great. He has cost me about 6 runs, which is grim. But man, like he has a sub 250 on base. And I can't move him in the lineup because he will be unhappy and it will upset half my clubhouse. Because that's what nearly happened last year, even though we were in the World Series. Everyone was mad that Buxton was not batting fourth. So here we are. All right, Taj, can you at least give me the fifth? Oh boy. Colt Keith, don't break my heart. He did. He did indeed. Off the wall in center. That's that. That'll be it for Taj. Taj Bradley not being good is legitimately a problem because we assume we're not going to bring Pablo Lopez back next year. Mick Abel is probably going to fill that role pretty easily. But if Taj Bradley can't do well, then our rotation is going to get really old really quick. Torkelson with a lovely RBI single. We're getting torched. I mean, credit to the Tigers. Cantorino has been one of our best relievers, and they're just killing him. Why is Kerry Carpenter playing first? I hate when the AI does this. The AI takes one look at a bad defensive outfielder, and they're like, you know what I'm going to do? We're going to play him at first, or vice versa, because I think it's either out of the park 24 or 25, where Spencer Torkelson, development-wise, is dead because the AI will play him in the outfield He'll do terribly defensively. They'll bench him. They'll send him to AAA, and he never developed once. All right, 2 men on for Culpepper. Let's rock. And he promptly hits into a ground out that leaves me with 2 outs. Luke Keeschel, they walked him. Bases loaded. Matt Wallner. Swing and a miss. Down we go. All right, Cantorino at least gave me the 6th. Very helpful from him. We're going to go Festa, but only for the 7th because I don't want to burn both my long relievers in game 1 of a 4-game series. Come on, lads. Hey, we have a base runner. That's not going to move anyone. All right, Gabriel. I am 5 minutes away from trading Gabriel Gonzalez. He is kind of unfortunately the odd man out. Culpepper flies out to end my fun. Well, not going well. We're going to go Keckering for the 8th. Clean. How many pitches did he need? 14. I might bring him back out. We'll see. There we go. All right, he got me both. We're going to pinch hit for Cody Clemens. Rushman. Pick up the bat. At this point, we need a solo home run, and then we need a couple runners. Rushman did not understand that assignment. Yeah. I mean, that was terrible. Yeah. Taj Bradley had 1 bad inning, and that was pretty much the difference. Orion Keckering is outrageous. Man has a sub-1 ERA, sub-1 whip. He's striking out 10.5 per 9. And somehow, some way, that's only worth 0.4 WAR when his run value is in 11. That was grim. All right, scouting reports on everybody. All right, so now we have Tarek Skubal. I am scared. Let me look at the lefty splits again. All right, here's my plan. Walker Jenkins to the bench. We're going to have Matt Wallner go back into right. Emmanuel Rodriguez goes to left. Rushman will catch. Miguel Amaya will DH. What's Rushman's framing right now? 0.9. Yeah, they're about the same. The reason Miguel Amaya might be slightly better defensively than Rushman, but in terms of pinch hitting, much easier to pinch hit Amaya while he's DHing. All right, Zebby, no pressure. Gave up a solo shot to Spencer Torkelson. It's fine. He's first in ERA, strikeouts, and innings. This could get ugly. Like, Skubal might finish with 12 Ks in 7 innings. He walked Matt Wallner. There we go. Buxton gets it down. No, I am not running on Adolis Garcia. Come on, Royce. All right, he struck out. However, to be fair, Like, Scooble is at 26 pitches. Not too shabby. Trevor Larnach, our old friend. And of course, he gets the line drive. You rat. Larnach, how could you? Ooh, Nadalis was walked. This could get ugly. If it gets to Glaber with 3 men on, we're in trouble. There we go. A nice double play ball. Thank you, Parker. Check is in the mail. Swing and a miss from Glaber. All right. That could have been disastrous, but it was not. So McGonagall is aboard. Oh, boy. Well, if this gets anywhere in the outfield, no, swing and a miss. Torque, swing and a miss. All right. Anything for us? Nope. Zebby is nearly in the yellow, and we're only in the fourth. I used both my long relievers yesterday, so Zebby's kind of just going to have to eat this. Yeah, they're running on Rushman. Rude. Rude of them to do this. Thank you, Parker. Ah, wild pitch scores. All right, Tigers are up 2-0. All right, Glaber gets thrown out. Oh no. Ooh. Royce Lewis already had one, month-long injury this season. I don't need him to have another. All right, Zebby got me the fifth. I think that's gonna be it. Meanwhile, Tarek Skubal is as advertised. He is already at those 76 pitches with the walk to Miguel Amaya. So if we have a long inning here, as Emmanuel Rodriguez walks on a full count, let's go. Culpepper? Kalen Culpepper with a 3-run shot to left. The lead is ours. And now Luke Keishel walks with a full count. Tarek Skubal, the wheels are falling off the train. And he struck out Matt Wallner. Come on, Buxton. There we go. Line drive to center. Let's keep it moving. Keishel makes it to third. Skubal is still in. Royce Lewis hits it to center. Caught by Meadows. All right, that's probably it for Skubal, though. All right, we're going Thunderberg for the sixth. Keeping the lefty train going. And Javi and Adalis Garcia are aboard. Parker hits it to short. To first. Got him. I'm not worried. See? Glaber popped it up. We're okay. We are A-okay. Wow, Tarek is still out. All right, fair enough. Chopper to second. Cody beats it out. No throw. And Rushman hits into the easiest double play of Glaber Torres' life. Yeah. Surely that'll be it for Tarek. He's at 104. All right, Cody, give me the seventh. Good man. All right, I think we go Tapa for the eighth, Watanabe for the ninth. 2 runners on, though. Luke Keishel, full count. Popped it. Foul. Come on, man. All right, Wallner. Hits it deep to right field. God. 3-run shot. 396 feet. This game has been blown wide open. Thoughts and prayers to Tyler Holton's ERA, which is now a 7.61. Wow. It's a little terrifying. Oh, Cody Clemens is hurt. How bad? Hamstring strain for a week. All right. Let me sit Justin Toppa down because this is proving to be a lengthier inning. I mean, if Owen Miller comes back like tomorrow, that's the switch. As Rushman with the 2-run shot. We're up 9-2. Very good. Where was this offense last game? Oh, no. The error from McGonigal. Manuel strikes out. All right. Brooks Lee is going to take second. Justin Toppa is going to come in for the 8th. I assume he's fine. Not fine. They scored a run. And then Cole Sands will save Watanabe. Ooh, 2 men on. We have a chance to go up by 10 here. Or, alternatively, ground in to another double play. There we go. Buxton hits it to the wall. All it took was me just insulting Buxton. And he decided to try here. Royce Lewis walks. And Brooks Lee walks. All right. Maybe I think I've figured out why the Tigers are struggling this year. They have the most inconsistent pitching in the history of the world. This Rushman flies out to end the inning. All right, Cole, this is really simple. Don't give up 7 runs. Thank you. All right, we win 10-3. Very good day from the lineup. Even Rushman, who went 1 for 5, he had the home run. A couple guys had 3 hits. Zebby looked pretty good. 9 Ks, 1 walk. I think the Ks being up overall, pretty good. I'll take that and like it. I'm going to advance a day. Rookie of the month. Who do we think won Rookie of the Month? It would have to be Emmanuel, right? Oh, Watanabe. Giving him Rookie of the Month when his last outing was a blown save against the Dodgers is kind of hilarious. So, let's see. I mean, okay. All right, now let's take a moment and look at this. So, Keckering, his potential control dropped by 5. Stamina dropping, I don't really care about. That's he just pitched. He's had 30 pitches in 2 innings, and you drop his stamina. How dare you? Walker Jenkins defensively got an increase, which is awesome. Emmanuel Rodriguez, Gabriel. Look at Gabriel Gonzalez. I don't know where this is coming from. The man has not been able to hit a baseball this year, but he just keeps getting better. Marco Rea is so good. He's been doing terrible in AAA. Let's be clear, but the man has 3 good pitches, could have 2 more, and he's only 24. Levon Soto got a bit better. Jose Davila, his velocity improved. Nothing too bad down here. I think that's the other argument for moving off of someone like Cole Sands. Like, Watanabe is coming back. Toppa is not. Keckering is going to be here long term. Same with Montgomery. Same with Festa. Same with Cantorino. Like, at a certain point, Need to have guys moving. All right, we're going to sim game 3 with Frommer on the mound. We win it 4-2. Very good. Cody Clemens with a home run. I forgot he was hurt. All right, it's only down to 4 days, so he's just going to play through it then. Byron Buxton had 3 hits. All it took was me insulting him. And he has 6 hits in his last 9 at bats. Ooh, Montgomery got popped. I really don't understand how he's considered a fly ball pitcher when the average exit velocity is 86 miles an hour. But I'm not going to question it. Watanabe got his 12 save. Framber Valdez, like, this really is the difference between what having an ace looks like and what it doesn't. Because last year, Joe Ryan was our ace in that he was our best pitcher, but he didn't pitch that great. ERA of 5, whip of 1.2. He was worth 2.2 WAR. All of that is fine. Like, his percentile rankings were pretty good across the board, but he wasn't pitching like an ace. This year, he's been doing really, really well. But Framber Valdez is just on another level. 2.7 ERA, 112 whip, 209 BABIP. Like, the only thing a little bit worrisome is the fact that he's walking one more batter than usual and striking out like one less. That's it. Everything else is golden. All right, I'm going to sim game 4 as well with the aforementioned Joe Ryan on the mound. And we win it 5-3. Trey Morgan with 3 hits. Happy for him. Yeah, we're slowly getting that on base percentage up. I think the slugging is never going to be there. He has 40 power and a potential of 45 gap. So, like, that's never going to matter. The contact is what we want. What does RV stand for in the advanced stats? It stands for run value. So would be the best example. Where's Matt Wallner? So, for example, Matt Wallner's batting run value right now is 16.5, which is essentially saying how many runs for a batter you are creating over the course of, I believe it's just 100 pitch. Well, yeah, because it's out of a percentile, so out of 100 pitches. So out of 100 pitches, Matt Wallner is creating a run, I believe a run opportunity, 16 out of 100 times. For pitchers, looking at Fromber, same idea, but it's flipped. So how often are you creating a run opportunity out of 100 pitches? And then it's broken down by pitching. So like fastball, he's doing great. He's literally in the 100th percentile. He is on a mountain. Off speed, however, it's in the negatives. So every time he throws that stinking changeup, it gets obliterated. But yeah, annoyingly, and this is something I've seen talked about in the forums, like they added all of these, percentile ranks. And if you go to advanced stats, it has even more. But nowhere in here is like a glossary or like a way to see what they mean. Like in an ideal world, I should be able to hover over this, like over this, and it should tell me like quickly in 1 to 2 sentences what it means. But that doesn't exist, which is, in my opinion, the second most annoying thing. The most annoying is definitely the fact that I can only see 2 of the recent games, which makes no sense. Because if you flip it to splits, they have space for the 4 columns. But if you flip it to recent games, you only get 2, and that's not very helpful. Fresh scouting report on Trolsky. I mean, he's going to be pretty good, but is he the first overall pick worthy? I don't know. All right, we're down to 67 of the draftees still trying to scout. Pretty good series against the Tigers. I mean, we took 3 out of 4. Our bats definitely woke up, which is good. Yeah, the Guardians are keeping pace the whole way through. All right. We are going to sim game 1 of the Royals series with Pablo Lopez on the mound. Oh, we lose it in 10. Who do we think gave up the runs? Watanabe? Oh, brother. Watanabe got shelled for 2 in the 9th. Keckering gave up the ghost runner and another run. Pablo Lopez only lasted 4 innings. Lovely. Ouch. But also offensively, you had 8 hits in 10 innings. Like, come on. What's Brooksley's injury? Herniated disc. I'm going to advance a day and see if it changes to like 5 days. No, it's still a week. All right, Brooksley is going on the 10-day IL. Again. Yeah. I feel so bad for putting him on the IL for a 3-day injury earlier in the season. In terms of a replacement, I think it's either Jose Fermin or Levon Soto. I think the argument for Soto is obviously he's been up with us before. Jose Fermin, though, I mean, look at the man's. He has a 950 OPS for crying out loud in AAA. Yeah, Fermin is better. All right, we're going to give Jose Fermin the call up. A former Cardinal finds himself here. He's not that great defensively. AAA was pretty much playing him everywhere in the infield. So he's going to become backup second and shortstop, at least until Owen Miller gets back. And then we'll see. All right, let's go into game 2. Noah Cameron versus Taj Bradley. Yeah, Royce Lewis is tired, so he's going to the bench. Jose Fermin is going to make his Twins debut. I'm going to flip this. What are your lineup splits, Emmanuel? Well, I've really hit you everywhere, haven't I? Let's flip him and Jose. How's Buxton doing? Buxton's at 100%. Keishel's at 96, but I could have Trey Morgan play first. Nah. All right. Taj Bradley against no camera. Ooh, no Bobby Witt. Is he hurt? Nah, they're resting him. Okay. We really need to win this game. Good God. What a magnificent player. The AI the AI already offered him and he accepted a 4-year extension through 2037. That's hilarious. That is hilarious. All right, Taj Bradley, let's go. Clean first inning from the man. Solo shot from Matt Wallner. Buxton with a double. And Cody Clemens grounds out. Nothing doing there. Uh-oh. Isbell and Albies are aboard. I'm not scared. Garcia hits it to second. For second for one. First for two. Well, that'll do quite nicely. Two runners at the corners. Cody Clemens. Grounder to short. He might beat it. No throw. We get our second run. The downside of having 20 rated Ozzie Albies at short over, say, a Bobby Witt Jr. All right, Taj, let's keep it going. Oh, Mickey Moniak. They traded for him in the offseason. Fair enough. Tigers legend. By the by. Why do I feel like he was on Tigers? Oh, right, because he was for a millisecond, then the trade got canceled. That's what it was. Yeah, because then they pivoted, and that was the Syndergaard trade. I remember things. All right. Caglione is at third, and a balk scores him. There really have been a lot of balks in this game compared to previous. It is slightly annoying, but you do see them in real life, so I kind of get it. Jenkins flies out to right. Jose Fermin strikes out looking. He'll fit right in. He will fit right in. When Owen Miller finally gets healthy, I'll need to compare him and Jose to see who I want out there as a backup infielder. Buxton hits it deep to center. Gone. 2-run shot. 416 feet. Hopefully, Buxton has turned a corner, which is a wild thing to say about him. Oh, no, not the air. Oh, Noah Cameron. Rushman flies out. Come on, Emmanuel. What do you got for me? Answer, not much. All right, Taj is on 64 pitches. I'd like to see if he can get me the sixth. Ooh, leadoff double. Because we really need to win this game. Like, Bobby Witt is not in the lineup. We need to win. Caglione, swing and a miss. I am going to let him face Carter Jensen. Let's play. Hits it to first. Relay. That's what I was talking about last episode when I say that this game has stupid animations sometimes. Like, right there, Luke Keeschel is 2 steps away from first. But because this game struggles with showing distance in the infield, in reality, he's closer to the edge of the cutout box right here, which is why Taj Bradley has to run. And it just looks very silly. Like Luke Keeschel is standing there for 8 seconds, just waiting. All right, so they do get another run back. This is now turned into a bullpen duel as Walker Jenkins pops out to right. I'll let Jose Fermin face Lucas Ekberg. And he flies out to center. So help me, Culpepper, if you fly out to right. Or to left, I should say. Nope, center also. All right, to the 7th we go. I have a very simple plan. Cantorino for the 7th, Cole Sands for the 8th, Justin Tapa for the 9th. Cantorino, you're up first. Clean 7th. Oh, he picked up an injury. Hamstring soreness. Not great. Insurance runs, please. Matt Wallner is aboard. Come on, Byron. And they walked him. I don't think I want a double steal on a 65 arm. They bring in a lefty to face Cody Clemens. That's your funeral, buddy, as he hits a 3-run shot to center. Why would you have a lefty face Cody Clemens? I'm not going to complain. 7-3. Rushman lines out. And Emmanuel strikes out. Remember at the start of the stream where we all looked at Emmanuel Rodriguez's like 1,300 OPS against lefties? It is now down to about 762. Just throwing that one out there. All right, Cole. Clean 8th. How many pitches did he need? 22. All right. We're getting into very thin bullpen territory now. All right, Jose. Please don't strike out on 3 pitches. He did. The man indeed did. Culpepper walks. Hey, with how our bullpen has been imploding, like a 4-run lead, by no means safe. It will have to do. Never mind. As we score the one, Kyle Isbell just did not move there because he's a pretty high range, no? Yeah, he has a range of 70, and he simply did not move. Also, let us ignore the worst percentiles any of us have ever seen, but he just stood still. Like, I will not approach this ball. All right, we get an extra insurance run. We're going right to Justin Tapa. Clean from him. We get the win. Very good. The error didn't kill us. I think, fingers crossed, I think Buxton has started to turn a corner. In 17 at-bats, he has 10 hits, 3 doubles, a homer, only 1 K. Really good. He might win AL Player of the Week. We shall see. All right. Rubber match. Ooh, actually, wait. Let me look at that injury from Cantorino. So it doesn't impact his throwing. However, do we have any off days in the next week? 4. So I think he should be fine. I think we should be okay. All right. Luke Keeschel and Matt Wallner get the day off. That's not a great combo. I'll give Cody Clemens the day off too because he's hurt still on this last day. All right. Here's what we're doing. I need a DH. Gabriel Gonzalez. Step right up. I think we'll go Culpepper. Let's get a little crazy. Let's do Culpepper, Morgan, Rodriguez, Buxton, Royce Lewis, Rushman bats 6, Gonzalez 7, Jenkins 8, for me 9. So my defensive subs consist of a catcher, 2 guys that are tired, and an injured Cody Clemens. Here's hoping none of my boys get hurt today. Clean first inning. Yastrzemski is aboard for the Pasquatch, who promptly grounds out. Nothing for us in the second either. Come on, Gabriel. Nope. Walker Jenkins deep to right, off the wall. If they bring that wall down on target field, I have like 10 more home runs. Yeah, Fermin strikes out. It has not been a good debut for him these past two games, but that's okay. Culpepper grounds out to end my fun. Clean through four. I mean, Zebby is doing his job. The bats are not, but I also have like three backups playing right now. So that is to be expected. Let's see if Royce Lewis can hit it deep here. Nope. Down he goes on the full count. All right, Zebby. Man. He's at 75 pitches, so the sixth is definitely going to be the last inning I get from him. Where's my widget? There's my widget. Both teams only have one hit. I think this might be a 1-2 situation. All right, Walker. I'm having him steal. Like, might as well. We're not getting like any base runners today. Oh, that was not the smartest decision to swing on the 3-1. All right, we go to the sixth. I'm going to get an injured Matt Cantorino warming up, but hopefully Zebby can get me some outs. Oh, boy. Michael Massey to the moon, 380 feet. All right, he gets Miguel Garcia to ground out. I'll let him face Moniak, and then I'm going to pull him. Yeah, Moniak gets it down. I think that was a little long on Zebby, but I mean, he was doing really good. That'll be it for him. We're going to go to Cancerino to face Mr. Bobby Witt. Wild pitch, fair play. Come on. Don't walk him. Now, on the one hand, he didn't walk him, so I can't be mad. On the other, he did allow a 2-run shot. And Carter Jensen hits it over the head of Buxton. Who knew that having an injured pitcher pitch would lead to some problems? All right. I think we may need to put Cantorino on the IL. Not injured, injured. All right, Cody. I'm just hitting the half inning button. Good luck. Good man. Can you get me the seventh? Oh boy. I'm just gonna have Funderburg eat it. Like, we got a series against the Tigers coming up again. I can't use too many bullpen arms today. Good move by Jenkins. Can he get Bobby Witt? Hits it to second. Fermin gets him. All right. Good work by Cody. We're going to go Montgomery for the 8th then. Hey, they finally went to the bullpen, and Rushman hits it deep to right and gone. 386 feet. The lead has been cut in half. Gonzalez gets it down. Hold on now. We are back in this thing, folks. Jenkins hits it deep to right. Caught. I thought that was going to land in the gap. It did not. Jose Fermin with the line drive. Jenkins to third. Now let Culpepper hit. No. Grounds out to Bobby Witt. All right. Well, we cut the lead in half. That'll play. We're going to go Mason Montgomery now for the 8th. Clearly, my relievers do not understand that I'm running out of arms at this point. Jenkins gets the catch. Just get Jonathan India. Thank you. Okay. Regardless of if we tied up or take the lead, Keckering is getting the 9th. Or if we're still losing, obviously. Trey Morgan pops it up. Manuel strikes out. And Buxton grounds out. We hit the trifecta. All right. Keckering, I have no one else, so just give me the outs. And he allows a solo shot to Michael Massey. And Bobby Witt's on second. And Carter Jensen beats out the drop third strike. When it rains, it pours. That drop third strike just cost us 2 runs. Oh, and it just cost us Byron Buxton, who is hurt and has to be taken out of the game. Neat. I'm gonna have Cody Clemens come in and go to left. Walker Jenkins can go to center. Wow. And he walked him. We should have been out of this 4 batters ago. All right, Cole Sands, I'm hitting the half inning button. Good luck. Good man. Yeah, I mean, that was arguably our 2 best relievers gave up 5 runs. I don't really hold much of the implosion against Keckering because if Adley Rushman gets to the ball quicker and throws to first, they have 3 less runs. So that was grim. Cantorino, he can't pitch with this injury. So I'm going to advance a day to see if it drops below a week. If it doesn't, he's going to the IL. All right, it dropped to 5 days. I'll leave him in the bullpen. Buxton, oblique strain. He's out for a month. Well, that changes things. If I had Owen Miller back, this would be so much simpler. I think the problem is with this for the pitching side with the Tigers, it might be better to just put Cantorino on the IL Call up. I mean, even Julian Merriweather is dead tired. Mark Array is ready. Hmm. But then I'd be losing him for because when would the IL be retroactive to? The 5th? Nah, I'll play him. Okay, so we need to figure out center field now. Emmanuel Rodriguez didn't do great in the limited sample he played center. He had a negative zone rating and a negative arm. Plus, I really like him in right. Walker Jenkins is really good in left. So now what do I want to do? I could put Gabriel Gonzalez in center for a month and just see how the bat plays. Alternatively, in AAA, I think really I have two options. It's do I call up James Outman for the defense and see if his power can help us, or do I see if Alan Roden deserves a shot? Because he got selected by the Padres in the Rule 5 draft, and then they released him after opening day, which is rough. I could call up Hendry Mendez, but I'd rather he stay in AAA for a bit longer. I think I'm leaning towards Outman, to be honest. I think we're going to call Outman up. I am not going to give him the center field job. I'm going to move. I mean, we're going to see. Like, defensively, he is going to be terrible. But this gives me a month to see how his bat can do. Let me figure out lineup now. I mean, I think it's Emmanuel Rodriguez. Bats fourth, right? Yeah, he's not doing that great batting ninth. So against lefties, Rodriguez will bat fourth. Everything else is fine. Against righties, I'm gonna have Cody Clemens or Trey Morgan, and we just be like, "Hey, dude, you want to hit the baseball? Here you go." Yeah, we're gonna do Clemens 4, Gray Morgan 6, Rushman 7, Jenkins 8, Gonzalez 9. And then defensively now I have two really, really good backup outfielders on defense against righties, and against lefties, I have James Outman, who I can put anywhere. I think that is a worthwhile switch. But yeah, that sucks. I mean, that's Buxton's fifth injury this season, and we're in early June. Now, granted, four of those were, like 2, 3 day injuries. But that's rough. I mean, let's be frank. He hadn't been doing great this season, obviously. 272 on base. Looks like he was on pace to probably have a few more home runs, but not much. He did do really good the last week or so. So losing that sucks. All righty. And now we face the Tigers once again. The Guardians have caught up. They're now one game back for those keeping track at home. I am going to sim game one with Fromber on the mound, and we're going to play games 2 and 3. Oh, we lost it 1-4. Nice. Yeah, Fromber didn't do great. He needed 100 pitches to get 5 innings of work, 8 hits, 4 runs, only 1 walk, which is good because we need the walks to go down. Festa, don't get me wrong. Festa had a pretty bad April, but since then, he's definitely settling in, which is good because he's only 27 years old. And relievers, I mean, they can pitch well until they're in their mid 30s. Hey! So we offered Matt Wallner a contract extension last episode. He has put pen to paper on it. I am essentially buying out the last 2 arbitration years. So next year he'll get 11 million. Year after that he'll get 10.75. He was projected to get 9.5 and then 12. So for all intents and purposes, we're paying him the same amount of money. We're front loading it a little bit. I think defensively, he's not great. Like he has 3 errors in right, barely any range, negative zone rating. Does have a positive arm, but listen, there's a reason he's DHing, against lefties. But good that we get him signed. The fans are happy. That's always good. The combine is upon us. I do not care that much. We're down to 48 draftees on the list. All right. We dropped game 1 to the Taggers. Let's see if we can take game 2. I'm going to give. Actually, Walker's doing okay. Just checking all my outfielded guys in there. Restedness, if that's a word. All right. Joe Ryan against Ty Madden. Good for him. They made him a starter. Good luck, lads. Nothing in the first. All right. Royce Lewis is aboard. Trey Morgan, come on. Nope. I think, the other, not downside, but Buxton being injured, I think opens up that 4 spot in the lineup, which means I can move guys around a lot more than I could before. So we're going to see a lot of Cody Clemens, a lot more of Trey Morgan because they're no longer further down the lineup, which could be good, could be bad. Depending on how that goes. Aha, you tried to run on Rushman. He's been really good defensively in terms of his arm. Like frame rating, he's like at 0.2, I think. But he's thrown out like 33% of runners, which is insanely high. Oh, Wenceel Perez. 2-run shot. His first home run of the season. Because they had him in AAA this whole time. Fair enough. He's still not arbitration eligible. God, baseball is stupid. All right, we get Javi. I really am interested to see if there is whether or not there's a lockout at the end of the 26 season. When we get a new CBA, if arbitration structure is touched at all. Because it definitely needs to get changed. I would argue it needs to get abolished, but I don't think that's happening. Torkelson, please. All right, he struck out. We're okay. Torkelson shows no plate discipline. The play-by-play for the jugular as Larnick pops out to end the inning. Thank you, Trevor. The check will be in the mail. 2 on. Walker Jenkins hits it deep to center field. Gone. 3-run shot. 435 feet in Comerica, too. That is impressive because it is certainly a pitcher's ballpark. Very happy with that. Gonzalez grounds out, but, what can you do? Joe, I just complimented you like 20 minutes ago. And now every Tiger and their brother is just on second. Perez nearly had 2 home runs, but instead it's off the wall. Tie ball game. Joe Ryan's getting popped. Yeah, they got Rushman that time. Baez lines out, and they double up Wentzell. See, that's an example of why, even though Culpepper has been terrible this year offensively, like he's just that good defensively. He has a negative zone rating. I don't know how. He has a 3.6 range, which is pretty good. But, the man can do that. And he just hit a solo shot off a time at it. The defense rests. On the grounds out. Went to their bullpen in the 5th. Come on, Joe. Like I said, every Tiger and their brother ends up on second base. See if he can get Torque. Nope. Torkelson hits it all the way to the fence. Tie ball game once again. It's like we score a run, they score a run. We score 2, they score 2. I mean, I'm leaving him in. I don't have the bullpen right now. Larnick gets aboard. See, Larnick had barely ran past first when Cody Clemens gets that ball. And instead of throwing to second to get Larnick, he's like, I'm going to make a useless throw home as Gleyber Torres hits it into left. The throw in, oh, come on. That throw looked like a laser, and it smacked Adley Rushman in the head. All right, he strikes out Adalis to end the inning. Tigers have the lead, but now Royce Lewis is on second. Trey Morgan, right field, caught in foul territory. Swing and a miss. Rushman. Jenkins flies out. All right. I'm going to get Mason Montgomery warming up. How did Cantonero do when the AI made him? Oh, no, he still hasn't pitched. Oh, boy. Wentzell Perez has hit the ball to that spot 3 times. It's gone over the wall once, and it's hit off the wall the other 2 times. He is a single shy of the cycle, I believe. Let me confirm. Yep, double, triple home run. All he needs is a single, and he's got it. Javi Baez, sack fly, scores. Perez. Jake Rogers will be the last batter Joe Ryan faces. All right, gets him out, but that'll be that. Mason Montgomery to face McGonigal. And then this way, hopefully, they pinch hit for Kerry Carpenter next inning with the lefty up. But yeah, it's not going great. Leadoff double, Gabriel Gonzalez. Wow. I should keep like a pop up tracker in the bottom left corner of the video just so we can all know how many times these guys hit the ball 45 feet. Nope, they're leaving Kerry in to face the lefty. And Mason walked him. You know what? Fair enough. Can't complain there as Torque lines out to Cody Clemens at second. Everyone knows Cody Clemens is the defensive maestro. Rounder to third. The throw in time. All right, we go to the seventh. I am going to pinch hit for the aforementioned Cody Clemens. Jose Fermin is going to get the bat to face Tyler Holton. Easiest ground out of McGonigal's life. Trey Morgan hits it deep to center, but not deep enough. Down we go. Fermin will take second. And then I'm going to get Watanabe warming up because I need, like, if Montgomery can get me 2 outs, Watanabe gets me 4, I think we're okay. He walked Wenzel, so there goes the cycle chance. As Fermin gets the line out there. No cycle for Wenzel Perez. All right. Now, if we manage to score 3 runs, our closer is ready to rock for the 9th. If we don't, so be it. Fly out there from Rushman. Jenkins flies out to center. And Gabriel grounds out. Yeah, I mean that's disappointing. I think Joe Ryan got destroyed. He gave up 11 hits, 7 runs. Montgomery did really good. Been happy with him so far this season. He's in the 96th percentile for strikeout percentage. I mean, yeah, like, come on. We had 5 hits, only walked twice. Very hard to win a game of baseball when your offense is doing that. All right, we go to the finale of the series. I think if we get swept by the Tigers after losing the series to the Royals, we're in trouble. The Guardians just took, or rather, we're tied, but I suppose they have the tiebreaker. Rude of them to possess such a thing. Yeah, we'll do Pablo Lopez, and then I'm gonna give Gabriel Gonzalez the day off. James Outman can take center field, and You know what? I'm going to have Outman lead off. Culpepper will bat ninth. I foresee a leadoff home run in the future with James Outman leading off. Can see it in my mind's eye. You know what? I will take a line drive single and like it. There we go. Wild pitch moves him to second. Let's keep him moving. Keisha flies out to right. Outman is not brave enough to test Matt Vierling. Cody Clemens gets it down in center. Outman scores. We have the lead. Then again, we also had it last time, and we all know how that ended. Uh-oh. 2 on, no outs. It's fine. All right. Torque strikes out. That's big. Riley Green strikes out. That's beautiful. Carp hits it to short. Oh, they don't give Culpepper the error there. Dingler gets it down and left. They'll score at least 2. Ay, 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 ay. Clark hits it to Culpepper. The throw in time. All right. That could have been worse. But man, I don't know how that wasn't an error on Culpepper. All right. Trey Morgan walks. I think is Rushman with the 2-run shot that bounced off the wall. I think that's what that looked like. No way of knowing. Is this Max Clark's MLB debut? No. .930 OPS in AAA. Yeah, something tells me he was ready. Jenkins gets it through. Very good. All right. We have the lead. James Outman hits it deep to right. Rushman makes it home, which was not a given. The man has 30 speed. I cannot stress that enough. But I think the downside of, say, Trey Morgan being our DH is we don't have that many pure power guys in the lineup in terms of home runs. Like Matt Wallner, he's going to have like probably 30 home runs this year. I think if we play Cody Clemens as a starter every day, he should get in the 20s. Other than that, especially with Buxton hurt, we're kind of lacking in the power department. And so having a non-power DH does hurt that decent amount. What also hurts, Rushman deep to left and gone. He heard me and it was like, I'll show you power. 409 feet to left. That'll play. I really wish Rushman had one more year on his contract. I think that would be perfect. Because then I could call up Eduardo Tait next year after he gets a full year in AAA. He can be a backup for a bit and then become the starter. but Rushman only wants like a 5-year extension, which obviously we're not getting him. So really sucks. I could just overpay him for 1 year. That there could be an argument to doing that. Pablo, I need you not to get chased in the 4th inning. He just walked Matt Vierling on 4 pitches. Baez flies out. That'll definitely score Dingler. 4-2. And now it falls to McGonigal, who hits a laser into center. Yeesh. Cool, Keith. Hits it into center, and we have a tie ball game. Ay, 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 ay. All right. Outman does get the assist. So they get the runner at third. Happy with that. But I'm not. Pablo, buddy, I need you to not do this to me. All right. He gets the double play of Riley Green. That's clutch. Let's see if he can get Carp. He did indeed. All right. Happy with that. Nothing doing for us in the 6th. I am going to let him face Dylan Dingler. Then that'll be it. Outman with the catch. I think that's the argument for playing James Outman at center while Buxton's hurt, is that he has a decent amount of power, and defensively, I won't have to worry about it. But, he's not anywhere close to a long-term plan. So, the argument of playing Gonzalez does become attractive, even though we know he's not going to be a center fielder anytime soon. But if we find out the bat is real, I'll find a spot for him. There we go. Gets McGonigal swinging. I'm going to warm up Funderburk. It's Colkeith line out. All right. Much more successful outing from Cantorino there. Meanwhile, our offense is doing nothing. I'm going to go Cody Funderburk for the 8th. Gores and Dingler aboard. I'm not worried. Garcia hits it to Royce. The throw in time. Okay. I'm going to warm up Watanabe and Cole Sands for whether we go to the bottom of 9th, tied or up. I'm going to pinch hit here with the aforementioned Gabriel Gonzalez. See if we can get a nice solo home run. He tried. We have to give the man credit. He did try. Rushman strikes out looking. Walker Jenkins rounds it. All right, so Watanabe is going to sit down. I'm going to go right to Cole Sands. Works it clean. Okay. Do I pinch it for Culpepper? No. Just get the ball in the outfield. Not great. Ground out to second. Does not move Walker. Outman walks. That's not nothing, because Kyle Finnegan does not have good stamina in this game. Luke Keeschel. No, he struck out. All right, Matt Wallner. Hits it into right. Down in front of Veerling. That will score Jenkins, the Ghost Runner. And we have the lead. Let's get Watanabe warming up. But first, Cody Clemens. Swing and a miss. All right. Thank you, Cole Sands, for your efforts, but we're going to our closer here. Colt Keith is up first. Well, there goes that. As McGonigal is thrown out at home. Okay, I think Outman has just earned the job. Like, the man has 2 assists in one game. He's thrown out a guy at third, and he's thrown him out at home. Like, do I just give him the center field job for a month on principle at that point? Oh, and Riley Green with the walk-off 2-run shot. Don't get me wrong. I think Watanabe is a very good pitcher. I think he is good enough to be a closer. However, man, like that is his 4th blown save, and we're a week into June. He gave up 3 runs to the Dodgers, 2 to the Royals, and now 2 to the Tigers. Yeah. The BABIP, though. Yeah. And to be fair, I mean, his expected ERA is a 2.4, which is awesome. His current ERA is a 3.6, but it was a 2.9 before that outing. So that's kind of where we're at. What also is somewhat concerning, his fastball velo is a 97, which is in the 85th percentile. However, it's below his velo range. So that's not nothing. What was his? Yeah, I mean, in April, he gave up less than a hit per inning. Same in May. He's given up 6 hits in 3 innings in June. That's why his whip's high. All right. Well, overall, shout out for James Outman for getting me that achievement. I mean, overall, bad results for those 3 series. We take 3 out of 4 for the Tigers, but then they sweep us. So they took 4 out of 7 on aggregate. And we lost 2 out of 3 to the Royals. Not great. Hey, Owen Miller does indeed exist. His sprained knee injury, which was originally a 2 to 3 week injury, lasted 6 to 7 weeks, which is kind of funny. In terms of whether or not he comes off the IL, it's really like, do I want him or do I want Jose Fermin? They're just 2 different players. How are they defensively? Yeah, I mean, Owen Miller is better defensively. Fermin's barely played, though. Yeah, he only has 12 plate appearances. What do I do here? Yeah, I think I'm going to send Fermin. Well, nah, I'll stick with Fermin for a little bit at least. I mean, Brooks Lee also gets back in 5 days, so this could all be moot. He's had option years. Well. Rehab assignment. He is a leader. That's also not nothing, especially since we are starting to lose some games. That might be worth having him on the team. Speaking of which, how is our chemistry looking? Yeah, it's fine. Most everyone looks happy. Funderburk is not happy. Pablo Lopez is not happy. Outman, but he was in AAA. Burr's hurt. Freelip, not happy he's hurt. Why is Funderburk not happy? Team record. Oh, because he was in AAA, and so that's still carrying over, which is silly that that's a thing. But it is. All right. When's Cantorino get back? A day. Okay. So we have a 3-game set against the Marlins, which will be the last series we play today. Then I think off stream I'll do Nationals, Padres, Rays. That way we pick up with the divisional series, Royals, White Sox, Guardians. God. The way it's set up, like in terms of when we play our divisional opponents and when we don't, is crazy. No, they're regular season games in October. Oh yeah. We have so to close the season, we have a 4-game series against the Royals, 3 to Cleveland, and then 3 to the Guardians. Nice. All right. Let's play game 1 with Taj Bradley on the mound. I'm gonna give Outman the start at center field, and I'm gonna give Trey Morgan the day off. Cody Clemens will DH. Jose Fermin will go to second and bat 7th. All right, let's rock and roll. Nothing in the first. Oh, and Asturi Ruiz. Asturi Ruiz. What a fun player. A highlight reel for the Athletics there for a bit. Yeah, I mean, that's the most. He's 19 of 22 on steals. I don't think we're throwing him out anytime soon. The man has 80. Actually, how did he get thrown out? He has 85 speed and 80 steal. I have questions about how he was able to get thrown out at all. And I would like those questions investigated, please. The Marlins have the lead. Cody Clemens hits it into space. Then down it goes. All right, Fermin. I chose you over Owen Miller. Vindicate my decision. Yeah, well, they hit him. Fair enough. Walker Jenkins deep to center. Gone. 421 feet, his 7th home run on the season. Very good, sir. I mean, assuming that Byron Buxton doesn't retire at the end of the year, which I doubt he will. Our outfield for next year is pretty set with Jenkins in left, Buxton in center, and Wallner in right, which leaves a kind of awkward scenario where we have both Emmanuel Rodriguez and Gabriel Gonzalez on the bench again. So that is kind of why Trey Morgan at DH isn't a great plan. We do take the lead, though, 2-1. I mean, what I could always do is just move Luke Keeschel to second and then put Trey Morgan at first. But as I said last episode, that makes us very bad defensively on that side of the infield. Because Luke Keeschel does not have good defensive ratings in this game. Rushman with a lovely double. And Jose Fermin hits it down in right. The right fielder decided he had no interest going for that baseball. Zach Earhart was like, I'm good. I'll let Jacob Marcy get it. And Jenkins hits it down. That'll score 1, maybe 2 if Fermin gets home. And he does. Did they rule that a single or a double for Walker? Oh, they call it a single. Cowards. Outman gets a board off the error. Or an infield hit, rather. Okay, I'll take that. Culpepper grounds out. We are unfortunately getting in the territory where Culpepper's just utter lack of bat is killing us. Good pop up there. Otto Lopez strikes out looking. Pretty good from Taj so far. Nothing for us offensively in the 5th or for the Marlins. Taj is at 81. I'm going to leave him out there for the 6th, especially if we get some insurance runs here. Nope. Instead, lined in to a double play. Fair enough. All right. Cantonero, I just don't want to pitch because his injury. Oh, man. I was looking at morale on the page, so now I can't click the status. Can I see it on this screen? Yeah, 1 day. All right, cool. All right, we'll get Festa warming up. Swing and a miss. Kyle Stowers. Eugenio Suarez, Tigers legend, is walked. All right, that'll be it for Taj Bradley. David Festa, give me the outs. Thank you, sir. Keeschel is on second for Wallner, who strikes out. I haven't looked at Wallner's K percentage in a minute. I may have to check. As we have runners at the corners. Xavier Edwards up, and he hits it right into center. Not a bad throw, but you're not throwing out a guy with 85 speed. All right, Keckering. Yeah. Stowers pops it up to end the inning. We go to the 8th. I'm going to let Clemens face the lefty. And he struck out. That's what I get. All right, Keckering gets the whole 8th. Good man. I'm going to get Watanabe warming up and Funderburk warming up, depending on if we get some extra runs here or not. Mean grounds out. Jenkins. Oh, my. What is Otto Lopez's defensive ratings? I mean, that's pretty good for a shortstop. Ouch. -5 zone rating is rough. Come on, Outman. 2-run shot. Nope. Nope. And Culpepper swing and a miss. He's 1 for 5 today. All right, Funderburk sits down. Watanabe for the save. Clean from him. Very good. I mean, Walker Jenkins did really good. Had the home run, 3 hits. Outman with a pair of hits. I need to find a spot in this lineup for Culpepper. But we've tried quite a bit. All right, we'll sim game 2. Zebby Matthews on the mound. Oh, we lose it 4-5. Not great offensively. Yeah, Matthews was pretty good, but Montgomery got popped for 2. Is less than ideal. When was the last time Miguel Amaya had a start? The 6th. Yeah, I think I'm officially going to start rotating them more. I think Miguel Amaya is going to play every 4th game. All right. Rubber match. Yuri Perez, Framber Valdez. Miguel Amaya is going to get the start at catcher. I think, how's everyone's fitness doing? I'm going to give Wallner the day off. We're going to go Manuel Rodriguez in right. He can bat third. I think I'm going to move. We're going to have Gabriel Gonzalez bat fourth. Lewis, Clemens, Jenkins, Trey Morgan, then Miguel Amaya bats ninth. Let's try that. All right. Culpepper, get us started. What doth thou have in store? Answer, an unfortunate strikeout. Clean first from Fromber. See what Gabriel's got. Ground out. There is also the case where, ooh, Junior Suarez is hurt, but he's fine. Like, we could trade either Gabriel Gonzalez or Emmanuel Rodriguez at the deadline to either improve our lineup elsewhere or, more likely, get a very, very, very good bullpen arm to pair with some of my middle relievers. Because setup wise, I think we're okay. And I think Watanabe is overall going to become a good closer. There we go. Cody Clemens gets it down in right. Only a single, Cody. You have 65 speed. You're telling me you can't get a double there? Good, sir. Gray lines out. And Miguel Amaya pops up. Nothing in the 5th. Another classic case of the bats are ice cold. Luke Keeschel is hit. Don't be hurt. Don't be hurt. We're okay. Manuel pops it up. I'm going to pinch hit for Gonzalez here. We're going to give Outman the bat and pray for a 2-run shot. A 4-pitch walk, that also works because that gets Royce Lewis up. He popped it up too. Man, I really need that pop-up tracker. All right, Outman is going to take over at center. No, I'm leaving Fromber in. Uh-oh. This feels like a Rosarena is about to hit a 2-3 run shot, or he's going to get walked. Oh boy. Well, the bases were loaded. Wild pitch scores Joe Mack. Yeah, Joe Mack. Geez, another wild pitch. Guys. And Earhart lines out to center. Let's see if we can get Suarez. Nope, walked him. All right, that's it for Fromber. Cantorino's coming in for Reese Hoskins. And he gets him to fly out. Well, I mean, 2 runs scoring on wild pitches is quite unlucky, but, so be it. Cody Clemens hits it to the wall. At least he can hit the baseball. He doesn't really have a position defensively, but you know what? He gets on base. Walker Jenkins is hit. Don't be hurt, don't be hurt, don't be hurt. Whoo! Hit his hand, but he can remain in the game. I'm going to let Trey Morgan hit here. And he hits it up to right. That will be caught. Not deep enough to move Cody. Miguel Amaya hits it deep to left. Also not deep enough to move anyone. We're going to pinch hit here for Culpepper. Matt Wallner's getting the bat. They walked him. Not really what we wanted there. Luke Keeschel, full count. Hits it to second. And they get him at first. Nothing there. All right. Yeah, we're just going to have Jose Fermin come in and take short. And we're going to have to accept the fact that we have a really bad defensive infield for a couple innings. Uh-oh. Jacob Marcy's on second, and Christopher Morrill hits it into the outfield. Oh, boy. Here's Joe Mack. Swing and a miss. All right, that's it for Cantorino. Let's hope Cody can get Estrella Ruiz. He could not, in fact, get Ruiz as he hits it all the way to the corner. Well, 5-0 Marlins. As Rosarena strikes out, Cantorino's ERA is probably really ugly right now. Ooh, runners at the corners. Royce Lewis struck out looking. Cody Clemens struck out swinging. I'll let you decide which is worse. And Walker grounds out to second. Oh, boy. All right, Cody, can you give me the eighth? It's not looking so. As Eugenio Suarez hits a 2-run shot. 7-0 Marlins. Yikes. There we go. Good catch there from Walker. Yeah, Marcy gets it down. Even though there's only 2 outs left, I'm pulling Cody. All right, Justin gets me the rest. Nothing for us in the 9th, and we are shut out. We left 23 men on. Royce Lewis himself left on 6, had 3 Ks. Yeah. Even if Fromber gives us one of his best starts, we still don't win that one. We are slipping a little bit. We have lost 3, 6. We've lost 6 out of 7. All right, Brooks Lee is back. So Now I think we're at a little bit of a crossroads where I need to decide if it's worth it to keep Brooks Lee on this team as a backup infielder. And if it's not, we should trade him because his potential is a 50. So I might be able to get something. Let us hypothetically shop him around just to see what the interest might be like. Hmm. I mean, it's not great. Dax Fulton wouldn't be a bad shout as a long reliever, but we do kind of have a like the problem with getting someone in the bullpen right now is everyone's doing pretty well, and Bruce Stargratterol is coming back in I think a week, right? Oh, he's coming back tomorrow. So I think trading for a bullpen arm doesn't really work. I think if we want to go potential, I think either we get Ryan Prager, who is a reliever. He's not unhappy that he's in a reliever role, so that's okay. I mean, he's got 3 pitches. The control could be good, but he walks a ton. K percentage is pretty good, though. Whoops. We could go Cooper Ingle, but I don't have a great scout on him. But I mean, he'd have to be a backup this year, and he is not happy about being a backup. Or rather, no, he's not happy he's in AAA. That does mean we'd have to move off of Miguel Amaya, and I don't know if I'm there yet. But he's been doing pretty good in a backup role. And trading Rushman, I don't think is a realistic option. What if I ask for just prospects for Brooks Lee? No. James Triantos. Nice try. I tried to make you work with the Rockies in my last series. Nice try. Caleb Lomavita wouldn't be a bad get if I would just want to kind of go backup for backup. But I think just looking at a lot of these guys, it might be better to try to make Brooks Lee work this year. Khalil Watson, though, is really, really good. So I think we're going to send Jose Fermin down to AAA. He has to clear waivers, which honestly he might not do, but we're going to find out. Then Brooks Lee can come back. How's Owen Miller doing in AAA? Honestly, not great. Um, I think I'm going to keep playing Culpepper, but clearly lead off is not working either. So I need to find a sweet spot for him. But Brooks Lee at this point is a backup. I think the more at bats we give Culpepper now, the better. And Cody Clemens, while not a good defensive second baseman, don't get me wrong, he has a 426 slugging, pretty good OPS. I think the on base is obviously taking a hit, but I don't know if Brooks Lee is getting us any better. So that is where we will leave off. Like I said before, I think off stream, I'll play the Nationals, Padres, and Rays series. So we'll pick up next time. Oh, Jack Flaherty's on the Nationals. How'd that happen? Ah, the Tigers let him walk, and the Nationals paid him $66 million. Don't know if I'd do that. So we'll pick up next time with the Royals. And I mean, we got Royals, White Sox, Guardians, then White Sox again. So by the time the All-Star break hits, we could might not be in that great of a position. How are we doing for owner goals right now? He hates our record. He hates Culpepper. He's fine with Keckering. He likes the attendance. He's fine with the fan interest. Yeah. I think unfortunately we're just in a pretty big slump right now and need to find a way out of it. So thank you all for watching, especially those of you that chatted in the chat. That's perfect English. For a bit. Thank you for that. YouTube is a few episodes behind, so trying to get you guys caught up at a pretty good pace. I am going to start a second, definitely shorter series on the channel soon that will not be sports related. I think I'm going to give Road Warden a try. So look forward to that. Might even do it today, depending on how many things I can get done work wise. But thank you all for watching. Right now, we're sliding a little bit. Here's hoping that July will be a more favorable month for us going forward. So I will see you all next time.